All right. So this question is asking is, what is the writer doing in this paragraph? Remember, whenever you're asked a question which asks you something like this, it is what we call a just question. Why do we call it a just question and what does it mean? We call it a just question because the writer has not, or the person who has made this question has not really given us any specific detail in the question itself. So, what they're asking essentially to us is what is happening in this entire paragraph? What is the writer doing in this entire paragraph as a total, as an overview? If you look at only a specific line and then choose an answer option, then that is not going to be correct because gist is the opposite of a detailed question. You want to look at the entire paragraph. What's the purpose of the paragraph? Why is the writer doing whatever is happening? How can you describe it? Think of it like a heading. Okay. Now, let's see what is there in this paragraph. First of all, it talks about how incidental lomas, they are lesions actually, and they don't usually show any signs or symptoms. Well, that's what it means to be asymptomatic. And they're accidentally detected in patients who undergo an imaging for a completely unrelated reason. That's quite interesting. So it has basically given me a basic definition of incidental lomas. They're accidentally detected, they don't show any signs or symptoms, and they come up in imaging test for completely unrelated reason that's happening. And then it shows me how common it is. It is not as much common because it happens in only about 15 to 30% of all diagnostic imaging tests, and about 20 to 40% in CT scans and MRI scans. Now they have given me that there's a the increasing use of these particular tests, the MRIs and the CTs, and all of these imaging tests. And in addition to that, an aging population and enhanced image resolution, basically advanced technology of modern machines are what is driving a surge in incidental lomas. So basically, it's not that there's a medical reason for it, but rather we are using these techniques more and more. And there's an aging population as well. And because the technology has improved quite a lot. So, once again, I'm going back to the technology, it has improved quite a lot, as a result of which the incidental lomas are being found more and more. Not that we are doing something that is making this disease happen more and more. No, now, after that, it mentions that how to best manage these lesions, or in other words, the incidentalomas, by, how to best manage these by avoiding both under investigation and potentially serious lesions, and over investigation and over diagnosis of benign lesions is often unclear. So, this is something very, very interesting that I find in the last sentence. That's because what they are telling me is that, listen, I gave you the basic definition. I told you how common they are. Then I told you that, listen, these incidental lomas, they are being diagnosed more and more. We're not saying that they are increasing more and more, but rather we are saying they are being diagnosed more and more. And right now we have a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that um, we want to manage these. How to best manage these incidental lomas. That's what we have here. Now, the interesting part here is that when they're talking about managing these, they're not really talking about treatment. That's what we usually think when we think of management, right? But they're not really talking about treatment. Here, focus on the word that they have used. They're talking about under investigation. They're talking about over investigation or over diagnosis. They're talking about avoiding both of these things. And because they want to avoid both of these things, this is interesting to me because they are not talking about treatment once again. So the problem lies in the tests that they have mentioned that they are using to actually diagnose, detect, find out, identify these incidental lomas. Because of this, when I look at my answer option A, which says that they are highlighting a challenge, a problem, an issue. Yes. In medical imaging, yes, the imaging, all of these imaging, diagnostic imaging that they have talked about here, that's basically what I mean. All diagnostic imaging, or when they're undergoing imaging for an unrelated reason. That's basically it. A lot of the time, students would talk about how, ma'am, there's not a problem in the medical imaging, but actually there is. The problem is there in the imaging, because imaging is being used to investigate, to under investigate, to over investigate, to over diagnose. That's basically the same thing. The focus is on investigation, which leads to a diagnosis. It's not on the treatment at all. That's why. Now, I don't have any answer option, any problem with answer option A, but I must not select answer option A just because I love it so much and it matches with my paragraph. No, I should always, always, always eliminate the rest of the answer options. That's what I'm going to do. Looking at answer option B, it says that the writer is explaining the reason behind prevalence of incidental lumas. Now, if a student has chosen this answer option based on this part, I understand why you have chosen this to be an answer option. Trust me, I do. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the right answer for us. Why? Because in order for me to choose this to be an answer for a just question like this, what I need is that the entire paragraph just focuses on or overview. Basically, the entire thing that they're talking about here is that why these happen. But rather, it acts as a supporting detail in the background of incidental lumas. First, the definition, then how common they are, then talking about their prevalence increasing because of this reason. Now, the reason here are these enhanced imaging and the increasing use of these imaging tests. Then additional reason is the aging population. And then we are figuring out a problem in this imaging. So first of all, they told me this is the reason. Now, if this is the reason, this is why we are diagnosing it. But then we have a problem in this. So I feel like it's acting as a background information. If they had not given me this information, then I would not be able to choose answer option A also and answer option B also. Think about it. That's why answer option B is going to be a background information rather than a right answer. Let's look at answer option C now. Showing concerns about incidental findings. Incidental lumas are definitely accidental findings, or in other words, incidental findings. So that's not wrong. But the writer is not showing concerns regarding the incidental findings. Rather, the writer is showing concern about the fact that we do not know how to manage these. We don't know what to do about the medical imaging that is leading to this diagnosis. So the focus is more on diagnosis rather than the result of it, which is why the writer is definitely not showing concerns regarding these, and I'm going to not select it as an answer. Then answer option D says that the writer is advocating for, arguing for, basically supporting or saying that we should have more diagnostic tests for accurate investigation. Certainly, there's a problem with under investigation and over investigation, but the writer has not suggested that we need to do more and more tests in order to solve this problem. He has not provided a solution. So answer option D will definitely be incorrect. So this is why our answer option A is going to be the right answer here.